I got you. You have clicked on this video because you are looking for true fulfillment and true happiness. Many people they look for the answer for those things. How can one be fulfilled? How can one be happy? How is that possible? The answer is very straightforward and very simple. You will not be happy outside of God's purpose. You will not be fulfilled outside of God's purpose. There's a huge difference between feeling happy and being happy. Many people they think they are happy, but they're just feeling happy. A feeling is a temporary sensation. Let's just imagine you hurt your hand somewhere and you feel pain in that hand. During that moment, after hurting yourself, you feel pain. But the pain is temporary. It will fade and it will go away and you will not feel the pain anymore. However, if you are something, it's a permanent state. It's something permanent that cannot be changed usually. Let me give you an example. I have a certain height. I'm not the tallest person on the planet, unfortunately. I'm 173. I don't know how much that is in inches, but this is my height. This is something permanent. I can't change it. And with being happy, this is also permanent change. And permanent, something permanent usually does not change. When you are walking in God's purpose, you tend to be a happy person. This does not mean that you will not have challenges, that you will not face obstacles. Many people get it wrong. Let me tell you, you will face challenges and you will face obstacles. However, although you will face those kinds of things, you will still be a happy person. And you know why? Because during all those things, God is truly with you. His favor is upon you. And God's favor moves things around us. God's favor attracts certain things to us. Well, I usually don't like to say the word attract because many people they they get that wrong. They think like, well, if I obey God and if I follow the rules, I will attract the blessings. Yes and no. Yes and no. You will attract um not directly the blessings, but we have to keep in mind that we're actually having a relationship with God. So you will attract God's attention, and his attention will result in favor, and through his favor, he will bless you. He will help you. He will put things in your life that you need. He will realize your dreams just because of his favor. So you actually attract God's favor in your life. So if you are somebody who walks in God's purpose, you will attract his favor, and his favor will result in fulfillment and in true happiness. And this is a permanent state. Believe me, even if you're facing challenges and you see that in those challenges God is with you, there are certain moments you will not be sad. There are moments that you will be happy, and people around you will think, well, this guy, this girl, they must be crazy. They're going through a challenge, and they're still happy. What's wrong with them? Well, this is one of the blessings of being in God's purpose and of walking with Him and of having a true relationship with Him. So God's favor will result in many things, in many great things being done in your life. And even in those challenges, God will glorify Himself. And certain challenges, they exist so God can show you what He can do. Because many people think, well, for God, XYZ may be impossible. Remember when the people of Israel were in front of the Red Sea and they thought, okay, this is the end. We will die here. And God opened the sea so they can cross? Those kinds of things, those kinds of situations where people think, okay, this is impossible. This is maybe the end. God can enter in those situations and do something that you don't expect, do something marvelous, do something great. After all, He is God. And many people, I have the feeling that sometimes they forget that. However, God is God and He can do everything. So, well, being in God's purpose only has benefits. You will have His help, you will have His strength with you, and His favor, and the blessings and the solutions, they will come, believe me. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So I can assure you that. So let's just read a few Bible verses from the book of Isaiah, chapter 49, verse 1 to 4. Listen, O coastlands, to me, and take heed, you peoples from afar. The Lord has called me from the womb. From the matrix of my mother He has made mention of my name, and He has made my mouth like a sharp sword, and in the shadow of His hand He has hidden me, and made me a polished shaft. In His quiver He has hidden me, and He said to me, You are my servant, O Israel, in whom I will be glorified. Then I said, I have labored in vain. I've spent my strength for nothing and in vain. Yet surely my just reward is with the Lord, and my work with my God. So what does that mean? God has chosen you for a purpose. He has chosen you because you're useful for something. And the purpose of God is to use our lives to bless others. So, of course, He wants to bless us, but He also wants to use us to bless others. So, you are useful for God's kingdom to glorify His name, because when people come across to one's life and they're sent from God, this is how can I say this is like a love letter from God to somebody when somebody is needing a lot of help. And they're people, they're needing you. They're people that God has assigned to you to be a blessing in their life. And by being a blessing in their life, God will also bless you. So this is one thing of your purpose. God, He has also given you certain talents, certain abilities, or even gifts of the Holy Spirit. There are people who have gifts of the Holy Spirit. Not everybody has them, but I would say many people, they have talents, and many people, they have both. However, what's the difference between those two things? We will speak about that in another video. However, God has given you certain abilities, and those abilities, they're all to bless others, but also to bless yourself. For example, um, the abilities of God, they will help you stand out. They will help you to do things that others maybe cannot do, or maybe cannot so easily do. And for you, it will just be like snipping the fingers and, well, as easy as 1, 2, 3. And this just because God has given you abilities, God has given you talents and gifts from the Holy Spirit. Third point, you can count on God's protection. When you're walking in God's purpose, even when you're facing challenges, you will be protected by God. You will maybe face those challenges, and although others, they don't see any solution in those challenges, God will still have it. God will still have it, and, well, He will solve things like people have not imagined. And this is because His protection is upon you. And those are, I would say, some of the main benefits in walking in God's purpose. And we need to devote our life towards finding out God's purpose and also towards staying in it, because finding God's purpose out is one point. However, walking in it is the other point. It's very easy to get distracted. So, if you know for what God has chosen you, let me tell you, don't get distracted. Don't look at whatever shiny object is appearing in your way. Stay focused on your mission. Stay focused on whatever He has put in your heart of doing. And your purpose, well, let me tell you, purpose is just not limited to serving others in a ministry. However, their purposes, they can be professionally related. You can be, well, being a friend to somebody can be a purpose. There are many kinds of purposes in your life. And if God has given you one purpose, stick with it, and I'm sure you will be very blessed. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing, share this video with your friends, and yes, I see you on the next one. Take care, and God bless you.